Hey, what up, everybody? Super Breach coming to you just fresh out of the gym, listening to the Wrestling Observer podcast with them going over the highlights of what's going to be on Monday Night Raw. And tonight is the night. The Rhodes boys are coming back to Raw. More than likely, I think this is going to be setting up a match for Battleground, which honestly surprised me when I heard this is the go-home show for the pay-per-view. No way in the world did I know that there was a pay-per-view coming up. I know that they've done this for the past few years. October is a double shot of pay-per-views. And there's only, 3 weeks in between Night of Champions and this. And honestly, to me, it just seems like, the pay-per-view was last week. There's no way in the world I felt it was a proper build for anything on this show. But honestly, if anything's going to happen in this pay-per-view that I really care about, knowing... I really think that the title match isn't really going to be a factor to push anybody to buy this show. But last week, you saw the Shield were coming down to start their gauntlet match against the rest of the roster. Cody Rhodes and Goldust jumped the rail, and they handed the Shield an ass-whooping. One that the Shield has probably never received before. The Shield has been the ones to do the run-ins on everybody, and the Rhodes sort of flipped the game on them. With Cody and... Goldust doing their best Matt Hardy impression. I think when Matt Hardy did it, it was more surprising when he did it against Edge. And shoot, what year was that? 2005? That feels like yesterday, and that was so long ago. I really thought that was going to really slingshot Matt Hardy's career. I think WWE did as well. In the end, Edge got the huge push, and Matt Hardy just became a guy on SmackDown. Now, I'm really hoping the world for Cody. I don't know if this is going to mean Goldust is going to get another shot in WWE, or if they're just, giving him a job through the pay-per-view, and then he'll just go back to doing the independents like he was. But this is really a big deal for Cody, seeing where he's going to end up in his career. Is he going to be a guy who's competing for a WWE Championship, a World Heavyweight guy, or is he just going to finish his career, battling for tag titles, Intercontinental, and just mid-card mayhem? It's huge for a guy like Triple H to be coming out there and saying his name and cutting promos on him and, firing his dad and everything like that, and an angle that was really built around his wedding, which I don't even think has happened yet. I know last week or the week before on one of the podcasts I listened to, they said that in storyline, Cody got married, but in real life, the wedding hasn't happened yet. But this is probably the biggest push Cody's got. I'm guessing that more than likely they're going to have a match that's just going to end in a fiasco tonight, and Triple H is probably going to do what's best for business and put these guys in a match, because you can't really have guys showing up on Raw embarrassing, his bodyguards, the enforcer of the WWE, whatever the hell you want to call this group of, Triple H, Stephanie, Vince, Orton, and the Shield, whatever I don't even think they have a name. I've just been calling them the McMahon-Helmsley era, I guess, again. But this is what I'm looking forward to the most on Raw. The best of what can happen out of this is just an all-out brawl. We know Goldust and Cody can take care of themselves. How this is going to pan out, I've heard things that they're not going to use Dusty on the pay-per-view just because they don't want to risk having a... I guess Dusty's 60. I would guess he's in his high 60s. I would think he has to be. But I was surprised that they're using Goldust as Goldust, because I thought they would just have him be Dustin Rhodes. But I guess Goldust explained it on Twitter that the paint is his war paint, and he fights better with it. But I don't know if you guys saw Dustin Rhodes in WCW or a short stint in WWF back in the day when they were doing the blood is thicker than water. When DiBiase was trying to buy a seat, and that caused a huge war, and then they brought Dustin in, and I think just when Dusty left, Dustin left with him. But I always thought Dustin Rhodes was going to be a big star. I was really surprised when I found out that he was the Goldust character, and because he just looked like a guy who had the pedigree of being a real wrestling champion, a guy who could fight, and pretty badass. I think everybody's seen the Bunkhouse Stampede match, and that's probably the most known Dustin Rhodes match. But if you sit down, ask a guy like Gemini, or just watch some old YouTube video clips of just WCW Saturday night matches with him, you can see this guy really can go. And I mentioned it in my video that I made the other day about the upcoming 2014 releases. Thanks to WWE DVD News for putting the video up on their site, and that way some more eyes can get on the video. But you know, Dustin Road matches is something I'd like to see on a DVD, and see what we can do from there. Dustin Rhodes, one of the best guys I think that really didn't get over. I know Goldust did, but I always wanted to see more Dustin in my life. Peace out. Have fun, guys, today. This will be a good day today.